This unit we're working on fractions, so students might see questions like the four that I'm about to show you. You don't have to see all four, you can skip through if you would like. So the parts of the model are all equal. Which fraction names the shaded part of the model? So a fraction is a part of a number. So we have to count how many total pieces we have. This number will go down here. So the total number of pieces, whether they are shaded or not. But then the question is, which fraction names the shaded part? So we're just going to count this shaded part, because this one is not shaded. So then we say that two are shaded, but there are three total parts. So there'll be identifying fractions. Also, you might see questions such as this one. So we have a rectangle is divided into equal part. What unit fraction names each part? These are unit fractions, so they have a numerator of 1. Any fraction that has a numerator of 1 is a unit fraction. I mean, these are not the only ones. It goes on until forever. So to find the unit fraction that names each part, and students know that each part means 1. So every time we look at one part, what is a fraction? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 total pieces. And every time we look at one piece, which for example, let's say I looked at this one piece here, it's going to be one piece out of 8 total pieces. So this is a unit fraction. This is a unit fraction that I've described each part here. So it would look like this as an answer. What fraction names all the parts of Abigail's rectangle? All the parts. So that means when you're talking about this part, you're talking about every single box. I could shade better, but this is quicker. So we have 1/8 plus 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 that 1/8. This doesn't change because the total doesn't change. It's still 8 pieces no matter what. When we add them all together, we have 8 total pieces, or 8 pieces out of 8 total pieces. All right. They may also see questions like this. Which models show 1/2? That would be this one. And that would be, I think this is a half. It looks kind of close to a half. This is also a half here. These clearly are not. These clearly are not. Why is that? Well, they have to be the same size. So we see that this part right here is much smaller than they're not the same size. So absolutely not that one. These are not the same size. This is clearly larger than this. So if the pieces are not the same size, we can't use a fraction to show how much space it's covering. So they do have to be the same exact size. Okay. They may also see questions like this. Each circle is divided into equal parts. Compare the fraction of each circle that is shaded. So let's look at this part. Shaded. One piece out of 1, 2, 3. So one piece out of 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, it's telling me that it's almost to the end. All right. I explain what is the same and what is different. The same. The fraction is the same, but the total size is not the same. So 1/4 of this right here is not going to cover the same amount as 1/4 here. Okay. So even though they're both 1/4, they're not